The non-alcoholic craft beer industry is booming. Breweries like Athletic Brewing and Deschutes are leading the way, crafting high-quality, flavorful options that cater to beer enthusiasts seeking a more balanced approach. With advancements in brewing technology and growing demand, this industry is carving out its place in the craft beer world, offering inclusivity without compromising taste or creativity. In this video, I'm sharing my 6 favorite non-alcoholic craft beers for 2025 and how I started down this path. So whether you're starting out the year on a dry January, sober curious, or looking to get sober, I hope some of these suggestions kind of help you ease your way into the new year and give you some options that I used in my past to get me going to where I am at today. So before we get into the list of NA beers, I want to talk briefly about my journey. After a long mental struggle of whether or not I needed to give up alcohol, I decided in January 2020 I would celebrate hiking with my family at Los Maples Natural Area with some pizza and my favorite combo at the time, Coors Banquet and a shot of Jim Beam. As I slowly sipped that shot, I knew in my heart that I was enjoying that flavor for the last time. For months, I'd been telling myself that my life would need to change and my long partnership with alcohol had come to an end. If you want to read the full story of my sobriety journey, I'll link to the full post in the description below. So that night was my last drink. I had no idea that 2 months later the world would shut down from a global pandemic and I'd be stuck inside my home dealing with my newfound sobriety. But as an addict, I threw myself into Texas Trailhead by growing the website, the podcast, Instagram, and this YouTube channel. So before I continue, I do want to remind everyone that everyone's sober journey will look different. This is what my pathway looks like, and it may not be for everyone. Until recently, I've not explored NA options. I don't enjoy mocktails at all, and I was worried that drinking an NA beer would lower my inhibitions to go back to alcoholic beers. Sobriety isn't easy. It's a constant that is on my mind, and as Jason Isbell sings, it gets easier, but it never gets easy. One of the things I missed the most though was the ceremony of a tasty beverage paired with an awesome meal. I missed that so much. I genuinely love the taste of beer, but at dinner I normally just had water or the occasional iced tea. But as I was headed towards the 5-year mark of my sobriety, this January 2025, I had an honest conversation with my wife and myself about exploring NA beers. I had tried a couple out of the blue earlier on and didn't enjoy the experience, but as we got closer to this anniversary, I was more comfortable with my self-control. In October of 2024, I went to my first Formula One race in my hometown of Austin, and after walking around for miles in the sun, I wanted to enjoy something refreshing and that offered some carbs to keep me going. So I went to the Heineken tent and grabbed a Zero beer. To my surprise, I really enjoyed the taste. I don't remember enjoying regular Heineken that much, but on a hot day, it was pretty good. It was delicious. Spoiler alert, this isn't one of the 6, but if you're into NA beers, give this one a try. This list will feature what most people would consider craft beers. I'll mention my other NA beer top pick later on in the video. So soon after that, my wife and I were at a fancy dinner celebrating our 15-year anniversary when our server came out with, unbeknownst to me, glasses of champagne. My wife politely let the server know I don't drink alcohol before my brain could compute it myself, thanks to her. When I asked what NA options they had, she let me know they had a Kolsch from Best Day Brewing. I opted for that so we could toast to the next 15. As I've begun to explore more NA options, I'm learning that non-alcoholic beers now offer a diverse range of flavors and styles that rival their alcoholic counterparts. A shift in consumer preferences toward healthier lifestyles and mindful drinking is behind this change, and I'm so glad because that Kolsch tastes amazing, and it paired wonderfully with my meal. Since then, I've explored different brands and have come up with this list that you may or may not have already heard of, but I've been blown away by some of the NA options out on the market. The great thing for me is that it's all about the flavor and not chasing a feeling of drunkenness. So I'll have one with dinner and that's where my craving ends. There's no need for multiple cans to get plastered. I got the flavor profile I wanted and then stick to water after dinner. Again, this may not work for everyone, but this is what works for me. I still have zero desire to drink something that will get me drunk because, well, I waited long enough to accept that I don't want to feel that way again. Non-alcoholic beers in this list offer amazing variety, and this lineup showcases my favorites. So here we go in no particular order. The Bero Kingston Golden Pils. The Bero Kingston Golden Pils is a refreshing non-alcoholic beer that embodies the essence of a classic Pilsner. It pours a bright golden hue with a crisp, clean taste that's both approachable and satisfying. With subtle notes of floral hops and gentle malt backbone, this beer strikes a perfect balance of light, bitterness, and smooth drinkability. Ideal for any occasion, it offers a traditional beer experience without the alcohol. And who wouldn't want to drink a beer brand that was started by Spider-Man? Tom Holland more specifically. He was looking for an NA option while he was with his friends in the pub, and now that he's sober too, he couldn't find something he enjoyed, so, well, he decided to make his own. Athletic Brewing Run Wild IPA. Athletic is the leader in the NA craft industry. The brewery is specifically designed to manufacture beer without alcohol, and they make a ton of flavor options. Athletic's Run Wild IPA is a standout in the non-alcoholic category, offering the bold flavors of craft beer lovers expect. Packed with an aromatic blend of hops, this beer bursts with notes of citrus, pine, and a hint of tropical fruit. Its balanced bitterness and full-bodied character make it a go-to option for IPA enthusiasts who want all the flavor without the buzz. Deschutes Black Butte NA. The Black Butte NA is a non-alcoholic version of the brewery's beloved porter, delivering rich and robust flavors. With a smooth blend of roasted malt, chocolate, and coffee notes, this dark beer provides a satisfying depth and complexity. Perfect for fans of darker brews, it's a flavorful and alcohol-free alternative that doesn't compromise on taste and stands at the top of my list in terms of my favorite flavor profile. If you're into a darker style of beer, it should go without saying, but Guinness Zero is amazing. It pours the same and tastes really, really good. I'm not even kidding. If you're a fan of Guinness, and you don't even have to be sober, the Guinness Zero is really delicious. So if you're craving that flavor profile and don't want to worry about the alcohol in it, I definitely recommend that Guinness Zero. It pours the same. It still has the little ball inside for all the aeration and that release of the gases. It's spectacular. I don't know how they do it. I just enjoy it. Brooklyn Brewery Special Effects Pils. Brooklyn Brewery was one of my first experiences in the craft world, and its Special Effects Pils is a non-alcoholic beer with a smooth and refreshing profile. It features the crispness and subtle bitterness of a traditional Pilsner paired with a gentle malty sweetness. Perfectly balanced and easy to drink, this brew is a fantastic choice for anyone seeking a classic beer experience without the alcohol content. I came to really appreciate a good Pils, and this one is one of my favorites I've had with or without alcohol. The next two come from one of my new favorites in the NA craft brewing world. Best Day Brewing is a California-based brewery dedicated to crafting premium, non-alcoholic beers that capture the essence of adventure and enjoyment. Their mission is to provide full-flavored, high-quality brews for those who want to savor great beer without the alcohol. Best Day's lineup includes refreshing styles like their crisp Kolsch and hop-forward West Coast IPA, designed to complement an active, balanced lifestyle, rooted in the belief that every day can be your best day. The brewery celebrates the moments that bring people together, one alcohol-free pint at a time. The Best Day Brewing Kolsch offers a light, crisp, and clean take on the classic German style. With delicate notes of honey, biscuit, and a touch of citrus, this non-alcoholic beer is both refreshing and flavorful. Its balanced profile and slightly fruity finish make it an excellent option for warm days or laid-back evenings. Best Day Brewing's West Coast IPA is a hop-forward non-alcoholic brew that packs a punch. Bursting with bold citrus, pine, and resinous flavors, this beer embodies the iconic West Coast IPA style. With a dry finish and just the right amount of bitterness, it's perfect for hop lovers looking for a full-flavored experience without the alcohol. I recently tried Best Day Brewing's Electro Lime Cerveza and really enjoyed the flavor profile it offered. And you'll notice a lot of these styles are classic beer styles, and I feel like those are the ones that really exceed in my flavor profile and palate. Pilses, IPAs, porters, those are beers that are just classic beer flavors, and in the NA categories, those are the ones that I've liked the most. Some of the Mexican lagers I feel like have heavy flavors leaning in other directions and not necessarily my favorite, but some of these beers are really, really delicious, and some of them, like I said earlier in this video, are even better or just as good as some of the options I've had with alcohol content in them. Best Day Brewing is definitely making some really, really good beers, and they're one of those breweries that are designed for NA categories, just like Athletic Brewing, who are really leading the pack. I will say, I wasn't a huge IPA drinker. I did appreciate them. So Best Day Brewing's Hazy IPA may be a fan for those who are into the hazy style, but that West Coast IPA is really, really spectacular. So those are my top picks for the beginning of 2025. I'm hoping to explore more options as the year goes on, and I'm excited to see where this segment of the craft industry continues to grow. Do you have any faves from the list, or do you have some NA options I should try? Let me know in the comments section below. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're not already, please subscribe to the Texas Trailhead YouTube. It doesn't cost a thing and goes a long way in supporting the channel. Be well, y'all. Take care.